Michael, and it's the behind the scenes. Again, here we're looking at. I was, oh, sorry. I'm getting over being sick. Which I guess I'll just come out right now and say it. Oh man, I was really struggling with this eyeball here, huh? Yeah, just zoom in and do it. As you can see, this is recorded beforehand, and then this is now me talking over it. It's being played back at 722%, just because I wanted this clip to be 5 minutes long. And yeah, here I'm working on OuterHeart. I'll just come out and say it. Halloween cartoon is not going to be out. This is probably going to be up either the day of Halloween or before, or the day after Halloween. So you'll either know already that I didn't finish the Halloween cartoon, unless after I recorded this, I really just like got to it and like finished it in time, but I honestly doubt it. I missed the spooktacular deadline for Newgrounds. Newgrounds, great place. Visit there. I wonder if this kind of content is cool for Newgrounds. I was planning on just uploading it to YouTube. I should probably just keep my Newgrounds pure and with just animation only. So I hope you're all having a good day. Like I said earlier, I'm getting over being sick. I should probably talk about what's on the screen. Sorry. I was having some audio issues earlier, so I'm all like twisted up. Anyway, I'm doing this hair. The great thing about Adobe Animate is the color-coded in-betweens. So as you can see, I started with one shape, and I would always kind of draw in the direction the wind is blowing. Or in this case, the wind is blowing, like the wind's blowing the hair. And then when I would do the in-betweens, I could just start on the green lines and end on the blue lines, and it would give a nice flow because the green lines are the before and the blue are after, because the color-coded onion skin is very handy in that way. So you get a really good look. Now here's something interesting that I'm doing here. I'm actually separating the front layer. I'm just coloring that, and then the back layer of hair, and then saving this as separate SWF files. And then you'll see here, I'll bring them into After Effects here. So with the top layer of hair, I animated that all separately because it was because it's sort of more complex shapes and you want that to look right. But with the back hair, it's kind of just a one sort of blob. So something you can do when you're working with simple shapes and you want it to animate in a fluid way, just put a little wave warp on there in After Effects. And it can, and then, yeah. So I put a wave warp on there, I posterized the time, and as you can see here, it looks pretty natural. I think I haven't posterized the time yet though, so the frames are still not lined up with the top hair, but I'll eventually line up the keyframes, and so it will look very natural. Let's see, when do I do that? Yeah, like that. That looks really good. Yeah. See, when you're working with a simple shape, it's sometimes can save you a little bit of time to let the computers do the work. And it looks just as good as if I were to do it by hand. Of course, the top part of the hair I needed to do by hand because those are more complex shapes. But the bottom, I had a little bit of a little freedom to take it easy on that. So now I'm just kind of going over. Okay, so now we're on the next clip. This is You can just sort of watch. I'm doing the outlines, just following along the rough. Oh, I should probably lean a little closer to the mic. Sorry. Just following along with the rough animation, the rough sketch sort of stuff. I always do like a rough in a guide layer, and then go back with the right colors. I don't think I had put the hair color in my swatches yet. Anyway, so the outlines are tricky with doing colored outlines, because I want to fill it in and then have no outlines. So it's a little tricky. You kind of have to plan out what color you're going to draw each thing, and in what order you're going to draw it. So so you have to really think about what to draw first. Like here, I shouldn't have drawn that line there. I should have just made that all, so I'm having to like go over it because I wasn't thinking. You have to really think about, because you can't just draw the whole thing black. You have to think about, okay, which objects am I coloring what? Oh crap, I was supposed to edit that out. There's some parts in here that I'm going to edit out because I was while Flash auto saved, I like went and did some other work that is like real like work that I was being paid for, so I don't want it to I don't want you to have to see that. Or I don't want you to have to, I feel more comfortable when you can't get views of my desktop, because that kind of just stuff like that makes me a little paranoid, I guess. So here we have you is falling down onto their face. I have some problems. I don't know why, if this is like a new problem with just Adobe Animate or what, but sometimes I'll select a swash and then it won't like do it, and then I need to do it again. Like it'll just go back to the color that it was before. So you'll see like I'll sometimes draw a line in the wrong color, and that's not me messing up. That's just it doing something wrong. I cut something out here too. This was just me working on more stuff. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why that happens. I haven't looked it up either to see if it was if it's a common problem or not, but it might be. So we're back to this. Just getting this, just pretty much following along, right along with the rough animation. I'm not doing too much stuff differently. Oh, this was fun. That one frame where you was like right up. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. I probably shouldn't stretch while I'm recording, but my back just hurts. Anyway, yeah, that was a fun frame to draw when you was like right up against the camera. So it looks kind of weird. Like the frames don't look like they're gonna like work, but when you see it in motion, it sort of, it looks good. Or I don't know, at least I think it looks good. This was definitely an interesting experience for me, because if you look at anything else on my YouTube channel, I don't normally do a lot of action cartoons, but this is one, so there. I'm really struggling with this part where the sword is flying away, so I ended up just taking the sword out altogether and just drawing over that. And then you see the sword flying away in the next shot, or in one of the next shots. Here I'm just doing the sort of follow through of the hair, sort of following where it was in the last frame. Just giving a lot of motion there. I'm not quite getting this one right. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Something happened there. That was weird. So just drawing a bunch of hair frames. Can't make up my mind on how I want that one to look. Cutting out this part here. It's just auto saving, and then I'm like looking at stuff on my desktop. I'm like going through my iTunes. And now we're back. Okay. And I'm just sort of looking over this to make sure it looks good. And then moving frames around. Sometimes you don't need to add frames. I mean, sometimes you do when you're looking over something, but other times you can just kind of move things around. Like, so I was animating just on 2s right there, but sometimes you want to move that 2 over a bit, or maybe make it a 3. Oh, and then this is just the first couple seconds of the very last shot that did not end up making the cut because it looked very bad. I mean, it made the cut. The shot made the cut because I redid it, but this version of it did not make the cut. I don't know. It just it wasn't working for me. So I ended up redoing it. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes when stuff isn't working out, you just gotta keep trying. Come up with a creative way to go about it. I probably did that scene like 3 times before I ended up just that one simple movement, redoing it so many times before I ended up getting something that looked good. But I think the one that I ended up with looked really good in the actual trailer. So this is the end of the behind the scenes. I hope you enjoyed watching it. This one is going to be open to the public because OuterHeart is not a Patreon-funded project. So this is not going to be a Patreon-exclusive video. But if you are a patron of mine, if you are a patron of mine, you get these sort of behind-the-scenes looks for every cartoon that I put out. I do a bit of a behind-the-scenes thing where I screen record a bit of my process and commentate over it. Actually, the Halloween cartoon, I have a behind-the-scenes thing planned for that that's not the typical sort of thing like screen-recorded time-lapse deal. It's actually going to be very fun. I think you'll really like it. The Halloween cartoon is not going to be out by Halloween. I don't think so, unless I really just like start working hard today and get it done, but I doubt it. So I'm sorry about that. It's going to be a little late, but maybe when you're having like Halloween withdrawals, like, you know, during the next couple weeks, like you're really sad because Halloween's over. That's how I am, at least. I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of year. It's my favorite holiday. So every time Halloween's over, I'm always very sad. But hey, you're gonna get a spooky cartoon in maybe a week, so to sort of hold you over for next Halloween. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look, and I will see you around next time. Hopefully this audio came out